What's up and welcome to the Sam Dracula channel, a Charlotte Hornets fan channel. And unfortunately, we got some bad news today. Kind of what we all expected. LaMelo Ball out for the rest of the season with an ankle injury. Again, his third ankle injury on a different foot this time. Tough. Really tough. In this video, I'm going to talk about it. I want to talk about it, what it means for the Hornets, what it means for him, and just some overall thoughts on the situation now that it's in front of us. As Hornets fans, if you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Sam. I do Hornets content. You know what I mean? Used to do a podcast with Muggsy Bugs. But I'm a Hornets fan, and I didn't know anything about LaMelo Ball before he came to this franchise. I've loved watching him play the last 3 seasons here in Charlotte, right? I own 2 of his jerseys. I got the Rookie of the Year one, right? And I got the CLT one from this year with the number 1 on it. Like I really enjoy watching LaMelo Ball play basketball, and knowing that he's not going to play basketball the rest of the season sucks, right? Especially considering how well he's been playing, how well the team's been playing, and despite running into the Phoenix Suns tomorrow as I'm recording this, really also despite what we've seen the rest of the season, you kind of got an idea of what this team could be in the future with the young players, Gordon Hayward stepping up, like what this team looks like when things are going right, because we saw very little of that this year. This being a non-contact injury, right, on his right ankle, it just gives. It goes. No one did that to him. His ankle just failed him. Like, the non-contact stuff in sports is so scary. Fortunately, LaMelo's very young, right? He has youth on his side when it comes to recovering from injuries. Like, you heal faster the younger you are. So I'm not worried about him, like, long-term necessarily. But like this right here literally broke his own ankle. And now he's out for the year. Let's talk about LaMelo's injury history now, right? We got 3 years of it. We know he's not going to play another game this season, right? So his rookie year, he injures his shooting wrist, misses 21 games, comes back early, right? He wasn't the same guy. I respect, the heart, the guts to come back from an injury early, because that team was still trying to do something. Didn't work out in the play-in, obviously, like we all try to forget against the Pacers. But listen, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, that first year he had a serious injury. And ever since, when he came back, always doing this. Always doing this. Year 2 LaMelo, it's clear his wrist wasn't bothering him at all while he was on the court, right? But you will still kind of catch him doing this to this day. you see him on the sideline working his wrist out, and it's like, is it 100%? Like, where is he at? Where is he at with this? Not the type of injury that lingers, but is this something that just raising eyebrows? It's not an alarm, not a fire, not a red flag or anything like that. It's like, interesting. No, just noted, right? And then with these ankle injuries, right? He gets hurt in the preseason, misses a bunch of games, comes back for 3 games, gets hurt again, steps on a fan's foot, and then misses another large set of games. And then now, like you saw, he broke his own ankle, right? The other ankle this time. And now he's out for the rest of the year. So, long term, is this going to be a thing? Because year 2 LaMelo was perfectly fine, right? Only time he missed, I believe, was just for health and safety protocols, right? That was when they were testing heavily and guys were just getting popped and taken out. Played 75 of 82 games. Like, players doing load management are missing more games than LaMelo did last year, right? He bucked the trend, right? Got hurt the first year, didn't get hurt the second year, now he's hurt again. What does year 4 LaMelo Ball look like from a health point of view is something that I think we all should keep in mind. And also, maybe we should start asking questions about a certain shoe manufacturer. Just saying. I have more props, right? Stay with me. A few years ago, I'm a Manchester City fan, right? I'll submit fan content for Manchester City, and Puma sent me a free Manchester City shirt. Thank you, Puma. I really appreciate it. Had a nice card, had like a thing, like some other stuff come along with a nice little goodie bag from Puma. They sent me this for free for just sending in pictures and videos of being a City fan. So thank you, Puma. I appreciate it. I even bought Melo's first shoe. Like, it's never been worn, but after yesterday, This is listed on GOAT right now. Maybe it's bad luck. Maybe it's the shoe. I don't know, but it's another thing just to kind of raise your eyebrow about. You know, maybe the MBO2s aren't the ones LaMelo should ever wear again. You know, it's just something to think about. So I wish LaMelo the best, obviously. Watching him play the last few games especially, where he's just firing off shots and making a lot of them. Like a lot of them. Even last night, hitting 4 straight threes. Like it's a beautiful thing watching him play basketball. What he does for others, what he can create for himself. He's a very special player, right? So it sucks that he's not going to be around. Orlando has 6 wins in front of Charlotte, right? Detroit's 5 wins behind Charlotte. I don't think, even if the Hornets go full like youth mode, full tank, I think they're still going to be stuck in the 4 spot. But if they really want to go for it, I think they have permission from the fan base and understanding now with LaMelo out to go for it. I'd understand it. I won't be mad. I'm going to close out on this, right? One last thought. Ever since the Hornets drafted LaMelo, the conversation online, I was like, how long is he going to stay there, right? Is MJ going to pay up? Is Charlotte a big enough market for LaMelo? Is Mitch Kupchak going to do what's needed to surround LaMelo with talent? At the time when he got here, is James Borrego going to play him enough? And my thing that entire time was, he's not going anywhere. There's too much money to be made here within the first at least 7 years of his career, at least. But there was always a possibility. He said no to the max extension. You know, took the 1-year deal and became an unrestricted free agent after year 5. You know, that's always a thing that can happen, right? People talked about it with Zion potentially doing it, but you know what he did? He signed. And you know what he is? Injury prone. And I'm wondering what year 4 LaMelo looks like from a health point of view and what that looks like for his extension for both sides, for him and the team. Because if LaMelo is a guy that we know is going to miss games, right? If that becomes his NBA DNA, like guys around the league that are very successful, but you know they're going to miss games, right? It's just part of the package. You just kind of work around it, right? If LaMelo becomes one of those guys, I'm not saying he is one of those guys, but if he becomes one of those guys, does that affect what kind of language is in the contract? And does that affect his decision to sign? Maybe he's more prone to sign a long-term deal, right? If injuries is going to be part of the game with him the rest of the way. So it's just something to think about. I'm just, it's a YouTube video, right? I'm just kind of getting my thoughts out on this beyond just the injury itself. And I think, 3 years, 2 major injuries. Year 4 is going to be very important for a lot of reasons, right? But his availability, his health, it's interesting to see how that plays out and then what that means for his contract. I think he gets that max extension, just for the record. I think he gets it, and I think he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. And I think he signs it. A, because it'd be stupid not to. But B, because if he didn't, he'd be saying no to a lot of guaranteed money when injuries could be a recurring thing in his career. But honestly, best wishes to Melo. Hope he gets better soon. Please go buy my Melo shoes on GOAT right now. They're size 11s. And thank you so much for watching. I'll be back for a live stream tomorrow night for the Suns game. Hoping for the best. If you want to hang out for that, make sure you make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the live stream or any other videos coming from me on the Sam Dracula channel. But until next time, I've been Sam. You've been great. Peace.